Hello, Linda here. Welcome to this yoga clip today. This one is called Rest, Relax, and Calm Yourself. And this would be a great one to do if you're feeling a little like you need to calm yourself down, or you're even having trouble getting settled down to go to bed at night. And we'll be doing it standing up or leaning onto the chair until the latter part where I'm going to be lying down on the mat, but you could also do this lying down in your bed. So you don't have to get all the way down to the mat if that doesn't work for you. And there's no kneeling whatsoever. So come on over to your mat and I'll talk about the props. And all you need for today is your mat, a chair, and one large towel. So I'll meet you there in a second. All right, I have the towel here and I've opened this towel up entirely. And now I'm starting to roll it up into a long roll along the length of the towel. So whatever size towel you have, just take one of the larger ones that you have around home and roll it up all the way along the long edge so that you're going to come into a shape like a piece of licorice. And it doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be rolled up really tightly. And just set this aside off your mat for now, but at least we have it ready. We're going to start out doing some moving. Having some nice light movement will just help your body be ready to settle down. So let's just start swaying our arms around like your pieces of wet spaghetti and letting your hips sway around as well. And you can have your feet placed in any comfortable position that you would like. They might be hip width apart or a little bit wider. Your toes might be turned out a bit. And you might sway a little bit more vigorously so that your hands actually come in contact with your body as you swirl around. And then let your arms start to circle around, and your torso can be turning as you circle one and then the other. Or you might have them both moving at the same time. And then switch and go the other way. And bring your arms down to stillness. Feel your feet on the floor as you are maybe swaying a bit from foot to foot. And start to bend your knees and bounce a little, pressing your feet into the floor using the mat and floor underneath you as a prop. And you might bounce really vigorously as you still turn a bit from side to side, or you might be doing it really subtly. Do everything in this class at the pace of your own abilities, whether you're slowing it down, doing less, taking breaks, or maybe you're even doing more. Just tailor it to suit yourself and know that you're in charge of your own body. All right, let's come back to just standing still and bring the chair onto the end of your mat. Coming to stand in front of your chair with your feet pointing towards the chair, flat on the floor. Inhale your arms up and hinge down, bringing your palms onto the chair seat. You could also use your fists or hold on to the side of the chair. And if this is too low for you, you could always get some blocks or books to lift your hands up higher. And from here, step back onto the balls of your feet. Bend your knees and wrap your tailbone down towards the floor as your upper back rounds out. Tip your head down, coming into cat pose. And then lift up your tail, drop your belly, and look forward as you lift your chest towards the back of the chair. In cow pose. Now exhale back into cat. Inhale up into cow. I do this a few more times, just based on the rhythm of your own breathing. And lifting your tailbone up and down to start this movement. Do 2 or 3 more. And then step forward back to being flat on the floor. And let's start to circle our hips around. And we're circling like this. So we'll be keeping our back in its long natural curves, keeping it solid as if we're balancing a tea tray along our back and just circling the hips around. And you can adjust your feet if you need to, just to make sure that you have room for this. And after a few circles, go the other direction. Now we're going to circle our ribs around like this. So imagine your rib cage is like a wine barrel and you're rolling it around. Trying to breathe into that wine barrel and take up as much space with your breath as you can. And then roll a few times the other way. And as you come down, you might just set your arms down on the chair, maybe even pile up your fists and just let your head rest down. Just taking a break here. You might really feel a connection of your feet and your head connecting down with the floor and kind of creating this circle of support. We'll take several more breaths here. You might be starting to feel really grounded and calmed down. Now we're going to move the chair out of the way. And take our towel that we have prepared into a licorice stick shape and bring this right into the middle of the mat. Or if you're going to be doing this on your bed, set this up in the middle of your side of the bed, wherever you're going to be lying. And bring yourself down into position so that you're sitting right on top of this and you have room to lie back with the towel right under your spine. Make your way down or onto your bed in whatever way works for you. Have your feet on either side. And using your hands and your arms, just gently lower yourself down. And notice how this towel feels right under your back. Let your arms come out to the sides. And you can let your knees bend and your feet be flat. And you might just rock a little from side to side, taking note of the towel under your spine. Your hips might sway from side to side. And you might feel your shoulder blades on either side of the towel touching down. And at some point, you might stop moving and just rest back into this. Once you're ready to lie still on the towel, you might stay here for maybe up to about 5 minutes, just letting your body really slow down, ready for a rest. And then when you're getting to that stage, you might just bring your legs together, still with your knees bent, and let yourself just roll off to one side or the other, whatever's your favorite side. And you might take the end of your liquor stick and just set that on top of your arm, or if you're in bed, you might pull in your pillow instead. Sleeping on your side is a really healthy, comfortable position. Having your hips, knees, and ankles stacked. And I like to have my top arm extended, but you could really do what you want with that. And sometimes it's helpful to have your other arm touching down in front of you. It helps give you some more stability if you go to roll during the night. And there you have it. Way to calm yourself and get yourself ready for some rest. So you're welcome to come back to this and enjoy it for as long and as often as you like. Have a great day. See you again soon. Bye now.